أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. قال الإمام علي عليه السلام: He who has confidence in the fact that whatever sustenance Allah has apportioned for him will definitely reach him, has secured comfort for his heart. قال الإمام علي عليه السلام: من وثق بأن الله أو بأن ما قدر الله له لن يفوته استراح قلبه. من وثق بأن ما قدر الله له لن يفوته استراح قلبه. Really, when you trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sustain for you, and it is for you, definitely you will feel comfortable. Why? Because what Allah decide, it will be, and what it is not decide or willing to you, it won't be whatever you did. For that you will be more confident than the other people. You see that the other people who doesn't believe in Allah, who doesn't believe in what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made to him, definitely he will never be comfortable, and he is hesitated in this life, and always he is worried. While the believer, the mu'min, always is what? Is confident and relaxed. Why? Because لن يصيبنا إلا ما كتب الله لنا, and whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made or decided for us, it will never be for the others. With Islamic laws, we reach to perpetuum, and you know what does it mean, perpetuum? It means the moment that a mother gives a birth to a baby. This is what we call it, perpetuum. And we have many rules, many ahkam to this case. Especially you are female and you are mothers, so you have to know these rules and these ahkam. It is very necessary because it is of a daily problem to you. So you have to know your hukum. Issue number 514. From the time when the childbirth takes place. That means at the moment that the child is out of the mother. At the moment when the child is out of the mother's body. This is what we call it, perpetuum. The blood seen by the mother is perpetuum. So definitely when the child is out of the body of the mother, there is a blood comes with it. We refers to the baby it because we didn't mention its sex or its gender, whether it is a male or female, so we call it it. And also when you reply on the phone call or somebody's call you, you are asking who is it, because you don't know who is calling you, whether he or she. For that we mention who is it. The same happened with the baby. We call it, the pronoun it, because we don't know what is its gender, whether it is a female or a male, or la samahallah, she-male. Yeah, this is nowadays what it has happened. So this blood, and by the way, sometimes there is a blood and sometimes there is no blood. Or she can see only small drops, when the time of the baby is given birth, and after that there is no blood. So only when the blood comes after giving the birth, not before it, only the blood when it comes out after the baby given birth. This is what we call it puerperium. Before it, it's not puerperium. Okay? So, again, from the time when the child birth takes place, that means the baby is out of the body of his mother, the blood seen by the mother, look, the blood seen by the mother is puerperium. It isn't generally, look, provided that, in a condition, it stops before or on completion of the 10th day. So, what does that mean? That means the extension of puerperium is what? Is 10 days. The extension, the maximum day of puerperium is 10 days. While in the condition of puerperium, woman is called nufasa. Woman is called nufasa. So, what is puerperium? Puerperium is the blood seen after the birth takes place. After, not before. Alright? And the extension, the maximum days for the puerperium is how many? 10 days. No more. Maybe less. Maybe 1 day, 2 days, maybe none. Sometimes the baby comes out without the blood. So the mother is what? Is not nufasa. Some Arab countries, some Arabic countries, I was somewhere here in the Arab homeland, the mother who gives a birth for a baby, she stays nufasa, no prayers, no fast, nothing at all, for 40 days. For 40 days. Yes, 40 40 days, she is nufasa. Why? How it comes? From where you get this hukum? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And in our country, the nufasa is najis. And she cannot cook. They don't, especially her aunt, her mother-in-law, will never accept her cook or do something. Why? I don't know. From where they get this information, fiqh al-ajaiz. It is the codes of the old women. Okay, so this woman is what? Nufasa. Do you have a question about nifas and nufasa up to now? To this definition? It's very clear? Good. Issue number 515. Please, my daughters, ask, because it is of the daily problem to you. You have to ask, you have to know. It is very important for you and for the women around you in your family. Issue number 515. The blood which a mother sees before the appearance of the first limb. What is the first limb of the baby? It is his head, isn't it? Before this limb is out of the body of the mother, maybe she sees blood. Okay, is this blood a kind of puerperium or not? Let's see. So the blood which a mother sees before the appearance of the first limb of the child is not puerperium. Is not puerperium. It is not puerperium. Maybe, what is it? Is it hayd, istihada, or something like that? No, we cannot make it as hayd or istihada. It is just a blood. Maybe it is a blood of wound. We can say this. It is not a blood of any of these blood. Okay? And by the way, it is not coming for a long time, too many time. It is just before the birth. It is just before the birth. So, issue number 516, it is not necessary that the baby is fully grown. Maybe the baby of 7 months, or maybe before that. But the important thing that this blood is coming out after the baby has given birth. So it is not necessary that the baby is fully grown, even if a deficient baby is born. Deficient, you know what's the meaning of deficient? Is not complete. Is not complete. Is born. The blood seen by the mother for 10 days will be purpureum. If you say, yes, but this is not a complete baby. The whole procedure is what? Is giving a birth. I don't care about this baby, la samahallah, he was deficient or not. It's not my topic. My topic, it is a birth. It is a birth? Yes, it is a birth. And what my consideration is belong the blood after the baby giving birth. So the blood seen by the mother for 10 days will be purpureum. The term childbirth must be applicable to it. This idiom, childbirth, it should be applicable to this incident that the mother gave a birth for this baby. I don't care whether this baby is deficient, complete, incomplete. It is not my business. My business is to give hukum. Can I call this lady, this mother, nufasa or not? Can she has the rules of nufasa or not? This is what my consideration. Issue number 517. It is possible that purpureum blood may be discharged for an instant only, but it never exceeds 10 days. So, as I told you, maybe she gave a birth for a baby, but there is no blood. No blood. So, can I call her nufasa? No. She should take bath and do what? Her worship act. She is not nufasa. So now the word nufasa or the term nufasa is connected with what? With the blood after the birth. With the blood after giving the birth. This is what we call it nufas. So this is the blood of nifas. This is the blood of nifas. If the mother gave a birth for a baby but without blood, she does not see the blood, she is not nufasa. Is this understood, inshallah? Okay. Issue number 518. If a woman doubts whether she has aborted something or not, it happens that sometimes each have. The child, maybe it is a small piece. Sometimes it is just a mudgha. We don't know. So the mother, maybe when she went to the WC, she thought that maybe she has aborted a child or not. And if she sees the blood after that, she is going to consider it, this is nifas blood, purpureum, or what? Look, if a woman doubts, she is not sure. If she is sure, she has to work accordingly. But now she doubts. If a woman doubts whether she has aborted something or not, alaykum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, or whether the thing aborted is a child or not, she is doubted. Attention, she is doubted. it is not necessary for her to investigate. She could search and check out? No, there is no need. Since you are doubt, you cannot work according to your doubt. Is this understood? Are you sure? If the mother, she thought that she is pregnant, okay? And after a while, when she went to the latrine, or maybe she does a movement, maybe an eccentric movement, or a heavy movement, a very strong movement, accidental movement, okay? Then she aborted something out of her body. But with this thing, she is not sure whether this aborted it is a child or it is something else. She is not sure. She is not sure. Now, what is the hukum? Is she going to consider this as portion and she is nufasa? No, it is not nufasa. She is not nufasa. And it is not blood of nufas. Okay, she has to check, she has to investigate, to check out, is this a baby or something like that? No, there is no need to check out. There is no need to investigate. ها؟ شلون بابا؟ لا، احنا شغلنا مو ويا المتأكدة. الويا المتأكدة تجري أحكامها. هذا مو شغلنا يمها. هذا تقول أنا ما أدري. هذا شنو؟ هل هو أنا إجهاض صار عندي؟ هذا الجنين اللي بطني وقع لو ما وقع؟ ما أعرف. ها؟ It is abortion operation or what? Does I abort something or not? Huh? So we are talking about what? About doubt, not about to be sure. Okay, now she is doubting. She's asking us again, am I going to investigate? Should I investigate? No, there is no need. Okay, shall I act according to Nufasa woman? No, you don't need to act according to Nufasa woman. It is not necessary for her to investigate, and the blood which is discharged in this situation is not purpureal. Is not purpureal. Is it istihada? Is it hayd? No, it is neither istihada nor hayd, because we know the conditions of hayd and istihada. Issue number 519, if you do not have a question. On the basis of precaution, here says Sistani, his verdict is based on precaution. On the basis of a precaution, halting or pausing in a masjid and other. We are talking to whom? We are talking to Nufasa. Pay attention. We are talking to Nufasa. You are halting in a masjid or pausing in a masjid. You know what's the meaning of halting? If you remember when the ha'ath, she cannot halt in the holy shrine. Halt, you know what's the meaning? Is to walk slowly. To walk slowly. Maybe walk a little bit and stop because of the crowded. This is halting. Okay? Pausing, no. Stop for a while there. All right? Yes. Halting or pausing in a masjid and other acts which are haram for a ha'id are also haram for a nufasa. And those acts which are obligatory for a ha'id are also obligatory for a nufasa. All the acts which are obligatory for ha'id, for example, not reciting the verses which has the obligatory sajda for ha'id. Tamam? Ha'id, she cannot touch the script of the Holy Quran. Huh? The same ahkam. Yes. The same ahkam for nufasa and ha'id. Issue number 520. Divorcing a woman. Pay attention to this. Divorcing a woman who is in the state of perpetuum and having sexual intercourse with her, it means the nufasa woman, is haram. So these two acts is haram. If the woman she is nufasa or ha'id, I cannot give her divorce. What does that mean? If I, la samahallah, tell my pregnant woman or my ha'id woman, I tell her that you are taliq, this talaq is void. This talaq is void. At the same time, having bed with her, it is also haram. It is also haram. What does that mean, haram? That means I have to pay kafara. If you remember, I have to pay kafara. So, divorcing a woman who is in the state of perpetuum and having sexual intercourse with her is haram. And this is a verdict. It is not recommended, and it is not obligatory due. It is what? It is an obligation. It is an obligation. However, if her husband has sexual intercourse with her, it does not involve any kafara. If he does with her in bed, it is haram, but he doesn't have what? Kafara, just like the ha'id woman. If you remember the ha'id woman, he has to pay in the first 2 days, amount of gold, and in the middle days, half of this amount, and the last 2 days, quarter of this amount. With perpetuum woman, if he does have this act with her, it is haram. But is he obliged to pay kafara? No. But that means, does he deserve to be punished? Yes. He deserves to be punished. In Hajj, I don't know if you know or not, hunting in Hajj is prohibited. Hunting in Hajj is prohibited. If he does for the first time, he has to pay kafara. If he does it for the second time, he has to pay another kafara. If he do it or does it for the third time, there is no kafara. Waqa'an, the woman should be knowledge. The woman should be well educated about her ahkam. Sometimes the men, they don't know. They are ignorant. Sometimes they neglect these laws. But the woman should what? Should tell him, this act is prohibited, it is haram, take care. Because I love you, I don't want you to be in this incident, in this sin. So you have to be knowledge enough. All right. Once or over, issue number 521. When a woman becomes tahir from perpetuum, maybe before the 10 days, or maybe at the completion of the 10 days, she should do ghusl. This is an obligatory act. She should do ghusl and perform acts of worship That means she has to do her prayers, her fast. And if she sees the blood again, once or often, we didn't mention. Maybe, I told you, maybe she becomes tahir before the completion of 10 days. And maybe she becomes tahir at the completion of the 10 days. Alright? She sees blood again, once or often, and the total number of days on which blood is seen and the intervening days during which she remains tahir is 10 or less than 10. If you remember the same ahkam of ha'id, then all of it will be what? Will be per period. All of it, what does that mean? That means even the intervening days. Alright. In the intervening days, as a precaution, we call them nifas. Those intervening days, we call them what? Nifas. But she does not see blood. She is tahir. As a precaution, she has to do what? Her worship acts. Yes, and refrain from the acts of ha'id, of menstruated women. In the intervening days, as a precaution, she will perform all that obligatory for a tahir woman, and also refrain from all acts which are forbidden to a woman in her period. So, if you do not have a comment, if she had kept fasts, she would give their qada. Why? Yes, definitely salah, no. And if the blood which she saw later exceeds 10 days, then there can be two situations. Now we talked about what? About if the blood finished on the 10th day or before it, and about the intervening days. We gave the ahkam of these. How about if this blood of, let's say, the nifas continue after? So, if she had kept fast and she would give their qada, and if the blood which she saw later exceeds 10 days, then there can be two situations, two pictures. Number one, if the woman does not have a fixed habit. This lady does not have what? A fixed habit of duration. She does, maybe month 6 days, the other month is 7 days. Then she will count the first 10 days as per period. Her hayd days are not fixed. And her per period blood exceeds 10 days. Look where we are talking, which topic we are talking. Please pay attention to me. This lady, she gave a birth, and the blood exceeds 10 days. Now she wants to count her per period days. We ask her, what is your habit? She said, my habit, no duration, no fixed duration, between 6 and 7. Okay. Now, the whole first 10 days is your per period. Is this understood? No. We're talking about the first. The first 10 days from the beginning when you give a birth and you see blood, these are your per period.
So this hukum is different from menstruation.
Yes.
Because in menstruation she can go back to her level. Take 7 days. Here is different.
Good. So if the woman does not have a fixed habit of duration, then she will count the first 10 days as per period and the rest as what? As istihada. And if she has fixed habit of duration, for example, each month she sees blood for 7 days, then as a precaution, the blood which she sees after the habitual days, after the 8 days in our example of duration, the blood which she sees after the habitual days of duration up to the completion of the 10th days, that means day number 9 and then day number 10. In our example, we said what? We said for 8 days. If her habit 5 days, that means 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If her habit 7 days, that means the 7 days are her per period, and day number 8, day number 9, day number 10 are what? Are istihada. Up to the completion of the 10th will require her to act as mustahada and also avoid all that is forbidden to a woman in per period. Is it clear?
Yes.
Or shall I repeat it? Repeat it? It is clear? Good. Issue number 522. If a woman becomes tahir from per period, but feels that there might be blood in the interior part, she should insert some cotton. What we call this way? Checking, investigating, examine herself. Good. She should insert some cotton and wait till she finds out. If she finds herself tahir, then she should do ghusl for the acts of worship. If she finds herself tahir, when she takes out the cotton, and the cotton is clean of the blood, so she is tahir and she has to do what? She has to do ghusl. If there is still some blood, she is not tahir. Issue number 523. If a purpurium blood is seen by a mother for more than 10 days. This is the last issue, inshallah. If purpurium blood is seen by a mother for more than 10 days and she has a fixed habit of haid, then her purpurium will be equal to the duration of haid, and the rest would be istihada. That this lady, she sees the blood, for example, for 9 days, and her menstruated days 6 days. Now, what is her purpurium? 6 days. And how about the 2 days? Or istihada. And if she does not have a fixed habit of haid, she would take 10 days as those of hayd and treat the rest as istihada. The first 10 days as what? As perperium, okay? And the rest of the days, the extension of the 10 days, day number 11, 12, and so on, they are what? They are day of istihada. For a woman who has a fixed habit of hayd, it is recommended precaution to act as a mustahada from the day after her habit is over. She sees blood for 10 days and she has a fixed days of habit. For example, 6 days. Now, day number 7, day number 8, day number 9, day number 10. She has to act according to what? To mustahada woman. And at the same time, refrain from acts forbidden to one in perperium till 18th day. Till 18th day. She has to act as mustahada and to be forbid from the acts which are forbidden for the haid woman till the day number 18. And for a woman with no fixed habit of haid, this woman, as we mentioned, that a month she sees the blood for 6 days, another month she sees the blood for 5 days, she has no fixed habit. The recommended precaution applies from the 10th, and the blood is continuing, is exceeding 10 days. 10 days. The 10th to the 18th day since the child's birth. Look again. And for a woman with no fixed habit of hayd, this recommended precaution applies from the 10th to the 18th day since the child's birth. She has to act according to precaution from where? From day number 10 after till the day number 18th. She has to act according to precaution. How about the first day of the birth to the day number 10? It will be her nifas days. That's all for today. والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.